Hey, hey, y'all. Welcome into the October Tarot check-in. Yes, yes. So today we're going to be looking into the energy of October. We'll look at the themes and what we can expect to see collectively, and then I'll do guidance and warnings by your element, right? So if you're a sun, moon, or rising, earth, air, water, or fire sign, I'll have those element check-ins later in the reading, okay? Let's see what the divine wants us to know about the energy of October. Before I got started, I felt like the energy of happiness. So somebody here is going to get like some really good news, or this is just a really happy period for you. I don't know if someone is about to get married or if there's some type of milestone in your life, like you're having a child or it's a child's milestone. I don't know. There's something where there's just a lot of enjoyment and happiness, okay? Another thing I heard is something about we'll let time tell. You know, it's kind of like waiting and seeing how something goes. And I keep getting messages about somebody who's false or a liar, you know, getting in people's ear and misleading them. So be careful about who you believe, right? Who you trust at this time. What do we need to know about October, Divine? Great Spirit, Great Mystery, what do we need to know? We have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. So this month is it's going to be very helpful to temper your energy, to move in a very moderate and balanced way, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, spiritual consultations, oracle decks, any other products and services, check out daydreamaustin.com. I also have a podcast, the Gorgeous Guru Podcast. And I started a channel membership here on YouTube for those of you who would want to support me. The links are below. Okay. So I feel like the reason why we got Temperance at the bottom of the deck is because of this Five of Wands energy. Be careful of getting into fights, arguments, and be careful of divisive rhetoric, you know, like very polarizing rhetoric and falling for that type of stuff. It takes a lot of energy. And right now, the divine is saying you need to like temper your energy, balance your energy, right? I do also see a reference to the yin and yang with the sun and the moon here. The inner masculine and feminine energies needing to be balanced. Somebody here needs to take a time out. Like this should be, for those of you who are feeling called into like a hibernation type of energy, that would be really good for you. I don't know if you've been struggling with physical illness. There's some type of internal battle or fight going on or confusion. If you've been feeling like that, I would take the opportunity to just be still, to ground, to meditate, spend some time out in nature taking walks, okay? For some of you, there's something that's been a fight, you know, in your life, a battle. Like I said, it could be an internal battle, a battle with other people. The divine wants you to walk away, step away. It's like time to do something new. You have the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, and Death here. Like this is the time to enter into a new cycle. Stop holding on to shit that feels like this. Somebody might be in a competitive situation in October. Could be something to do with schooling or something you're learning. Maybe you're taking a test and the people who get the highest scores, you know, get some type of accolades or are taken more seriously or something like that. So there could just be some competitive energy in the air, some experiences where you have to compete, okay? The divine is saying some of you are really like blocked off and confused. I'm getting weariness. I'm hearing weariness, confusion, uncertainty. And you're being called into a meditative state and into the flow. Like it's time to just flow with life, to release. There's something where you're being encouraged to let things go, to release something so that things can flow in your life, okay? Because this is just not a good energy to be in, this Two of Swords. So, again, we have this energy of leaving something behind or new beginnings, because the number 0 is the Fool, right? So it's like the void. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and death. And then this card is death and rebirth, right? So clearly you're moving away from something to something else. You're going to know what that is for you. Be careful of the information that's coming to you. There is some information, y'all, coming in that is not right. It's something about it where it's tricky, or there's going to be like confusing information coming in. Information that's at odds. So you might hear something, get really excited about it, get really upset or something, but then come to find out it's not true. Or you get some good news and find out later it wasn't true. There's just conflicting energy and information coming through. Do your due diligence. Make sure you're researching things. Like if you see something online before you get emotionally invested, make sure you're really looking into things, because there's some tricky energy here. I've been seeing that we're going to see the death of people in power, leaders. Yeah, this is a male. There's the death of a notable male. Nah, man, with the Fool and the death here, it's time to let something die. What do you need to let die? Let it go. Somebody here is getting a contract as well with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Some new contract. You might be doing work for somebody. Okay? Somebody here might be confused about a contract, or this contract you're going for just has a lot of people going for it. Could be like a job or something, and there's a lot of competition. And then you start feeling like this. But remember, the divine wants you to balance your energy. They don't want you in this state. And stop ignoring something. There's something that you're getting an intuitive message about, right? And that's why you feel like this and you feel like this. You're ignoring it, or you don't want to believe the truth about something. And I'm so sorry. I feel that in my body. I'm sorry. For some of you, this is about a relationship. Any type of relationship. Like something's not right. And you're trying to ignore it, but you can't anymore. Be careful of throwing fireballs, y'all. Be careful of your anger. Okay? Yeah, we have something about family quarrels. So as soon as I said, be careful of throwing your fireballs, be careful of family quarrels, okay? If you can avoid fight, somebody, I'm hearing something's going to happen. The divine says, leave the house, go outside. You have to shift the energy, and you walking out is going to shift the energy and stop something from bad from happening, okay? And then we have the road here. So this is a crossroads. For some of you, you're going to be at a crossroads, or you're at a crossroads, and you're not really sure which way to go. And this is causing a lot of internal like angst, anxiety. The divine says slow down, right? Go into that hibernation mode, relax, meditate. That's going to help you. What else do we need to know for October? Ooh, guys, I'm seeing for somebody there's a deadly car accident. And I hope that's not for anybody I'm speaking to. Be careful on the roads. Be careful of road rage and driving too fast with this Five of Pentacles. But there may be some type of car wreck with this roads and death card here. Ay, ay, ay. So, man, I hear that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the dog, which represents true friends and loyalty. Somebody here is going to be entering into some type of union with a really good friend or a group of friends. Or somebody shows up for you in October and really shows that they are for you. They are a friend to you. And if you had any doubts before, there will be no more doubts. With the bride and the ring, remember I was saying there maybe somebody, I don't know if you're getting married in October, engaged. There's a milestone. For some of you, you're meeting a spouse. You're meeting someone that would make a good long-term partner. So the divine wants you to take things slow with the Temperance card, to be willing to fall, you know, be willing to leap, take a leap of faith and accept what this person is offering with this Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, if this is a male, if this is a man you're meeting, he either does gardening or he does some type of work where his hands get dirty. All right, he's a man that gets down and dirty, and vice versa. I mean, if you're meeting someone who there's something about, they get down in the dirt, they do physical activities, stuff like that. You know, they might be contractors, construction workers, they do landscaping or something like that. But there's definitely some type of union here for some of you, and the divine wants you to be open to it. For others of you, you're having, for those of you that are in healthy, good relationships, I see like a strengthening of the union. You may even be talking about renewing your vows or feeling like there's a renewal in the relationship. For somebody here, there's going to be some type of fight or turbulence in a relationship, okay? I don't know if this is, for somebody, it might be like temporary, and then for others with the death card, this is like relationship ending. And I'm sorry about that. With this extra Joker card here, the divine wants you to know that in October, there's an opportunity to manifest something grand in your life. It's like the wild card energy, right? Like you have this energy available to you. Use it to manifest something. For some of you, you can use this to study something or write something, create something. Use this energy wisely. Okay, let's get some more messages. What we need to know about October. Divine, what do those watching need to know about October? Surround yourself with protective energy. So there's some of you where it's going to be really helpful for you to shield your energy, protect your energy, maybe even spend more time at home, alone, or with people you trust, okay? For those of you who know how to place shields around you energetically, you should do that. I think because of this energy of fight, okay? We also have great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Somebody here might be connecting with an ascended master or studying the life of an ascended master, a yogi, you know, the Christ, one of the Orisha. Like even Shango would be considered an ascended master. He ascended at the end of his life and became Orisha, right? So working with the ascended masters, but there's like spiritual lessons coming through. And for some of you, this spiritual lesson comes through a death and a rebirth. Yeah, think about it. The Christ, right? The Jesus Christ being put up on the cross, right? And gave his life for humanity, and then was resurrected. That's the myth. That's the story. And then we have death and rebirth. Somebody here is having something similar happen energetically. Like the old you is dying and a new you is being born. The new you is more peaceful with this dove here. Trust your instincts. And with this energy next to the arrow energy, trust your instincts about, or when it comes to who you're spending time with, because you might have a situation where you feel off around someone or about someone, and that's for a reason, right? So honor that. Also, with animal guardian and the dog card here, there's something about spending time with your animal companions, or maybe an animal companion needs more support at this time. At the bottom of the deck, trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Some of you have something to offer the world and you have not put it out yet. The divine is waiting for you to put it out. Your guides, your ancestors are like antsy and getting a little annoyed because you know that you need to share something with the world and you're not. They're saying when you put this energy out, you create abundance and you call in helpful energy, okay? Okay, move beyond ancestral patterns. That's why I was feeling your ancestors getting antsy. For some of you, there's a healing that needs to take place when it comes to ancestral patterns. Some of you are holding back and you're not putting things out and you're not sharing what you're meant to share and what you need to share because of an ancestral curse or something passed down. This may be a curse where you overthink things, you want things to be perfect, and because of that, you hold back and you don't share what you need to share or say what you need to say. That needs to be healed. For others of you, if you're having some type of health issues, the divine is saying your ancestors and guides are going to be giving you information about how to heal. For some of you, this is emotional healing. Pray to and ask the Ascended Masters, whoever you consider your Ascended Masters to be, for help. Even some of your ancestors, someone in the unseen realms, one of your guides, guardians, or supports can help you overcome something that's been difficult. Okay, let's look into guidance and warnings by the elements. We're going to start with Earth. Okay, Earth said we're starting with the Earth signs. Virgo, Cap, and Taurus. What do you need to know in terms of your guidance and warnings for October? Guidance and warnings for the Earth signs. This can be your sun, moon, or rising. Earth signs, guidance, warnings. Okay, well, with the Hermit and the Two of Pentacles out, you know, some of you, you've been in a frenzy. There's been a lot going on, or you've been having some uncertainty around your coins, right? Around your finances. Remember I said some of you need to go into hibernation and just chill, relax, balance your energy. Yeah, some of you have, I'm hearing the word grind. So somebody here is being encouraged to go into the lab, right? Separate yourself and get to work on a project you've been feeling called to do. Okay, and then for others of you, you're doing too much and you need to chill and separate yourself and relax and recover and recuperate. Some of you, you've been like wanting to receive some type of spiritual information, enlightenment, or an answer to a question that you have. You can't do that. You can't receive that answer in this state. You need to be the hermit. You have to have moments where you're stepping away, you're on your own, you're tapping in and tuning into the divine, right? You're listening, meditating, mindfulness practices. This might be particularly important for the Virgos, okay? There's just something where you need to stop and take a moment. For some of you, you need to see something from a higher vantage point. You're very stuck in the material realm, this physical manifestation, and you need to step away. Find this very interesting. The Hermit is on a mountaintop, and then we have this, the mountain is you. You have some shadow aspects. You know, this could be doubt, fear, poverty mindset, victim mentality, could be addiction, addictive type of habits, spending too much money. There's something where your own energy is blocking your progress. You're self-sabotaging. You're doing things that harm you, that stop you and block you, okay? And maybe that's why the divine wants you to stop, so that you can get clear on what's for you, you know, what's meant for you, what's not meant for you. There's something where you need to just stop, full stop. Remember to stop and smell the roses. Yeah, somebody here is doing too much and you're not enjoying life enough. And for some of you, that's the shadow aspect that needs to go. You're doing too much. You're always on the go. You're always focused on the material, always focused on wealth or money or something or other people. When do you stop and do something for yourself? On the bottom of the deck, release worries over money. More is coming. Some of you are very focused, hyper focused on money. And the divine wants you to know that's not as important as everything else in life, okay? Thank you, Earth signs. See you next time. Okay, we're doing air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do the air signs need to know for guidance and warning for October? Angel numbers. On the bottom of the deck. Focus on the good in life. Some of you may be getting stuck in your head and really focusing on the things you don't like about life, what you hate, what annoys you, what's really grinding your gears. You know, when you feel yourself doing that, make sure you pull your energy back and focus on what's important to you and the things that are good. You know, when you're having a day when you're looking out into the world and you're like, oh my God, look at these stupid ass people and everything's crazy. Shift your focus to the things that are good in life, okay? We got 666, which for me is like the quintessential divine feminine number. All right, it talks about emotional support, empathy, kindness, tuning into the heart, compassion. But I also heard something about composure, being composed. Okay, so this is a time to really focus on a more compassionate, loving, nurturing energy, being an emotional support to others, but also being an emotional support to yourself. Your ancestors are calling this month. Air signs, okay, and with this and the 666 next to each other, I see this as you're being supported by divine feminine ancestors. There's an ancestor, a female ancestor of yours who will be very close to you this month. You'll have dreams about her. You'll smell her. You'll sense her energy. That's definitely coming through, okay? But also your ancestors are letting you know that they're coming through with a lot of love and support for you. Somebody here feels alone, feels abandoned. And your ancestors want you to know that you are absolutely not. And they're going to be showing up and showing out for you this month, okay? They want you to tune into your heart space, though. And one of the ways you can do that is by focusing on the good in life and being grateful for what you have, okay? Guidance and warnings for the air signs. We got the Tower. Something's falling, and that's why you have so much support around you. And don't be afraid. This could be a mindset, like a state of mind that hasn't been helpful for you. You might see things happening out in the world, something might happen close to home where there's a fall or, a relationship ending or a big argument. Whatever it is, they want you to tap into compassion, right? Tune into your heart, or offer emotional support. Don't get caught in power struggles, right? Don't contribute to the problem. Be the solution. Be part of the solution and not part of the problem. You're going to get whispers from your ancestors about how to handle certain things. For some of you, I'm seeing this as that energy of a new love coming in, or you being brought together with the right people. So this, for some of you, is a good tower. It's a tower where love and the heart space is concerned. Whew, air signs. October is going to be like a month of battles for you, but I feel like it's more maybe internal battles. You got the Tower and the Devil here. Okay, and the Devil usually comes before the Tower, right? Number 15, number 16. And what I like about this combo is when it's in this order, it's like whatever hold the Devil has on you, you're finally able to break free. That needs to be your focus this month, air signs. Breaking free of anything that has bound you, whether it be self-sabotaging ways, unhealthy thought patterns, relationships, whatever is binding you, it's time for the Tower to fall. You have ancestral support. You have, this divine feminine energy coming through. Let me get one more from here, air signs, because I just want to see what else this means. But you have the support to break free. And then this Devil card, you see this person is like they're being puppeted. This is the puppeteer. For some of you, you need to break free of being someone else's puppet, okay? Whatever that means for you. I want you to be mindful of your health, air signs. If anything comes up and you would have a tendency to ignore it, don't, okay? Because we have the Scythe here. There could be some type of disappointment, but I want you to remember this. I don't care what happens this month. There is great ancestral support here, okay? And you're called on to tap into the energy and the emotion of love. I do see a transition, but a transition that helps you cross over into new territory that would be much more helpful for you, okay, air signs? Have a great month. Okay, let's look at the water signs. Guidance and warnings. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, guidance and warnings. This can be your sun, moon, or rising, okay? Ooh, water. I see that you are very motivated, and with the sun on the bottom of the deck, it is really time to enjoy life, have more fun, and be open to the joy and pleasures of life. Some of you may have been a little too serious and stuck in this King of Pentacles energy where you're really moving towards building wealth and building value and, making your home beautiful, and you're ripping and running and on the move. The divine is saying enjoy the sweetness of life as well, okay? Okay, for guidance and warning, some of you need to get going on a project, get going on something. Movement is important. And I think you know what this is. It's something that really contributes to your stability and your wellness. And you've been feeling called to go towards this thing for a while. To go towards this direction or to continue working on something. Could be a project. something you've been working on, you need to keep doing so because it really contributes to your stability, your wellness, um, your finances, you know? It really, really does. Um, Water signs, I'm seeing something about animals here again. You may be the ones I was mentioning where you need to be more mindful of your animal companions, or maybe you get a new pet or something like that, or you go horseback riding. There's something with animals here that is standing out to me. For some of you, this is your animal totem. Okay, and then with the dog we had in the earlier spread, I'm going to say for those of you water signs, there may be someone coming in or you're bonding with someone who is a very good friend to you, a loyal friend. With the horses here, you're being encouraged to be more free. Sometimes with Pentacles energy, we can be very grounded and very focused on the material. But your guides and the divine is saying with this Chariot to branch out, to be free, free yourself up. There's something about liberation here. Water signs, what do you need to be liberated from? You know, are you too focused in one area of your life and not another? What's the guidance and warnings for water? On the bottom of the deck, take action. Yeah, with the Chariot card. And then we have this. What are you passionate about? Go for it. Take action. What are you passionate about? Go for it. The Chariot is moving. Water signs, what have you been holding back on? You know, there's something you're supposed to be moving forward towards. What do you need to go towards? And I think you already have a sense. And if you don't, spend some time in meditation so that you can receive that. Beware of self-sabotage. Yeah, if you're not going forward, if you're not taking action in October, moving forward in the ways that you know you need to, that's self-sabotaging energy. The divine says, expand your mind, read, write, and study. Yeah, and for some of you, this is what you need to be working on or focused on. There's something that you have been called to study, focus on, that you need to move towards at this time. Okay, stop holding back. I don't know if you need to study for a test, if there's a topic you want to learn more about, whatever it is, do it. Stop waiting, okay? Okay, I keep getting this message throughout. So in October, we might see an uptick of people passing away. Not necessarily in our personal lives, right? But could be people that are in the public eye, because I've been seeing this. Maybe they start to fall one after the other. Maybe five people. You know, they say death comes in threes. There's going to be something about people passing away. I don't know if it's a mass passing. I'm not getting that, but there's definitely the energy, like an uptick of death coming through, okay? This can also talk about illness or loss of property, but because these are pretty good cards with the exception of the self-sabotage one, be careful because you can sabotage yourself if you're not going for what you need to go for, if you're not taking action. But for the most part, I feel like your ancestors are supporting and protecting you, okay? Thank you, water. See you next time. All right, fire signs. Last but certainly not least, my dears, what do the fire signs need to know in terms of their guidance and warnings? Aries, Leo, and Sag. That can be your sun, moon, or rising sign. What do the fire signs need to know most? High creative intelligence. Fire on the bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Fire, this is a good month to mind your business. Drink water and mind your business, right? Do your own thing. Focus on what you got going on. projects, you know, fixing up your house, looking for a new place to live, just really being enmeshed and engrossed in your own shit because, hunty, the fire has been turned up with the Tower and the Five of Wands here. You have to be careful of some type of explosion, implosion, explosion. If you've been holding a lot in, it's gonna come out this month. If you've been holding back, it's gonna come out, but it may not come out in the way that is healthiest. So, the divine wants you to be careful of power struggles, of arguments, of explosive behavior. Be careful on the roads. Slow down on the roads, okay? Your fire energy may be very, very pronounced this month, okay? Channel this energy into sports, into something competitive, boxing, running, sex, something. You need to channel this energy in a way where it's healthy, okay? So that it does not cause a tower for you. Fire signs, guidance and warnings. Be careful out there, fire signs. Be careful of fires in your home as well. Don't leave things on, and be careful of like candle placements, leaving candles burning. For some of you, you'll feel like you're facing confusion or a stalemate. So the message I got initially about needing to temper your energy, meditate, ground, take walks, go out, you know, do things, that's for you for sure, fire signs, because the energy is heightened and it's causing some issues for you. For some of you, the divine wants you to know that if there's been confusion and a stalemate for a little while, October may be the month that you bust through it. I'm hearing, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Like you just are busting forward. And it might be shocking to you, shocking to others. I do not be lying, right? Didn't I just say this? Practice meditation and mindfulness. You need it. You need it, fire signs. Because there's too much going on. You might find yourself really aggravated this month too. A little annoyed. It's time to step back. And this flipped over. Beware of self-sabotage, yeah, especially with fighting and stuff like that. But it's time for you to step back and really temper your emotions, because if not, they can get the best of you. Pay attention to your dreams. They contain important messages. Yeah, so fire signs, there is important information coming in through your dreams. Your guides are speaking to you through your dreams, your visions. They're letting you know if people are enemies to you. They're letting you know if you need to move away for something. They'll show you the energy of fight in your dreams to give you the heads up to be careful in your waking life of fights. There's just a lot going on. So you're going to have to really tend to yourself like you're tending to a garden. Like tend to your heart, tend to your mind, your soul. Really take good care of yourself and focus on your wellness this month, because it's just a lot going on. Always so straightforward, fire signs. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye.